What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again for the best game you want to watch, the Sibling experiment. We did part 1 yesterday. Today we're going to do part 2. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be able to do streaming wise like indie games or simulation games, smaller games, and because my whole setup is pretty much garbage, and the internet speed out here is absolutely garbage. So I can't really upload stuff with high motion. So probably what I'll do is I'll record stuff on the side on my days off for things like Fallout that I wanted to originally do. Stuff like that. I'll record that, but I'll just upload that directly straight to my YouTube channel instead. So we'll jump right back into this. We'll turn all this back on. And we'll load up our last save from yesterday. Keep on going. Oh yes, the music again, I forgot. Nikki was at her locker, whistling some show tune I didn't know the words to. It's really loud in my headset. I never knew the words to the song she liked. Why couldn't she tune into something top 40 for once in her life? Nick, so relieved. TJ? She seemed genuinely confused as she looked me up and down. Did I miss Halloween? At least I can stand in these. I wriggled my toes in my footwear. I need my board, and I just need to stay to be normal, or so horrible dream or something. So go on, slap me, see if I wake up. She was apprehensive at first, but then she drew back her hand and slapped my face. It surprised me that she didn't even question that request. I wondered how long she wanted to slap me for. Didn't wake up. My cheek was throbbing. Anything else I could do for you? Yeah, be there for me in my skateboard isn't in my locker. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I could take another shock. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Understatement of the decade. She didn't even know the half of it. Neither do I, dude. Nothing is making sense. Have this family that isn't my own, but they all think I belong there. Brother is this total dork who tries, and I'm spinning out of here. I swear, one more shock, my head's gonna explode. He's not a dork. Ooh, your friend likes your brother. Ooh. She answered that a little too quickly for comfort. For a second I didn't get what she meant, and then I figured it was about Eric. Maybe loser was a more appropriate term. Whatever, I didn't have time for all the semantics. I really like using the word semantics in this. I don't know why. Nikki looked around her to people coming and leaving their lockers, and back to me again. Anyway, what are you scheming? We're not usually on closest confidant terms. I'm just an idiot. Drama nerds and RBs don't see eye to eye that often. RB, I have no idea. RBs? Yeah, exactly. Don't make me say it. Rum boys, I guess. Dude, come on, you know I've never gotten your little codes. Rich. Bitches. The mention of the word surprised me a bit. Nikki didn't even say bad words when she got angry. She was annoying like that. I didn't even think she said bad words when something heavy fell on her foot. I was yet to test that theory. we're still moving over there. I see it. My curiosity wasn't worth annihilating a good friendship for. And anyway, so what if I had money now? Money technically didn't belong to me. And I'd never been a B, and it was the same between us as it had ever been. Nikki, you're hardly a drama nerd. You're a drama nerd wannabe. Plus, what are you talking about? We've been best friends since kindergarten. We have? You in parallel universe you are anyhow, and there's too much change right now for me to cope with losing you too. So come with me now and keep me steady, but I honestly will faint if it's not in there. If what's not where? So I answered by pulling her with me to my locker and closed my eyes as I entered the combination. I got it wrong a few times. Thankfully, the door to it swung open. Skateboard was sitting there, just waiting for me. I did a little dance of joy, arms out, swinging around. All it's your birthday style. Okay, this has been fun. Then I spotted a familiar mullet. Uh-oh. Jono. Play the music. Walked past the two of us as if we didn't exist, and I frowned in spite of myself. Just what game was he playing? Was he snubbing me for accepting his challenge at the Extreme Sports Challenge? This was just like him to do that. It bothered me because if anybody deserved to do any snubbing, I did. Shut my locker again. Open my backup skateboard. Oh yeah. I'm just really slow today. Would be safe in there until I got a chance to return to it. Alright, Nikki. Next on the list is finding Tyler. Who's Tyler? My other brother. But it was too late, because just as I started off to find him, the bell went. Oh, time for some classwork. They're gonna make me do math or something. Stuck in class for some time, just itching to get out. I had so much to do. Why was I even subjecting myself to this? Excuse me. I guess deep down, I just felt like I owed my mom to try. My real mom, not my fake mom. And then finally it was lunch break. Tightening up the wheels with my Allen key. Though I needed to find the goofball that was my real younger brother, I felt the need to defend my turf first. So I followed the rest of the crowd that went into the quad where the skate ramp was to perform tricks. The ramp was supposed to be a place of mutual appreciation for each other, but Jono used it to show off and build rep for being a total douche. I guess that he hadn't remembered at all what had happened the week before, a certain challenge between the two of us. I walked right up to him. I just felt like I had to rectify this. The battle was set, and it didn't help any if nobody knew about it, since nobody seemed to remember my former life but me. There he was, top of the small half-pipe, hair swept to the side, and America Skates shoes kicking up his board, and seemed genuinely surprised to see me. Jono, you, me, and the Extreme Sports Challenge, it's on. TJ Jameson? Jameson. That threw me for a loop, but I didn't correct him. It didn't help to look absolutely nutso while calling someone out. That's right. You seriously think you and your little friends can take me on? He glanced down to my bunny slippers full of doubt. Okay, maybe those weren't exactly intimidating, but still. No challenging banter. It was like Juno wasn't trying to obnoxiously win me over in this universe. Instead of liking it, though, it just bothered me. Before we were enemies, but right now, he was just looking down on me. You're going down. More students were coming along as Jono flipped his his board back down and took to the half pipe. Blew me a kiss and then pulled off an ollie, waving us some cheers afterwards. I followed, going up to the ramp, grit my teeth with determination and slid down the small size half pipe, but just when I got to the top again and reached out, my hand grabbed the lip, a voice distracted me. Terry, Terry, Terry! Eric? The use of my real name threw me off and I missed holding onto the end of the half pipe and fell. Skateboard slipping out from under me. I could feel my skirt riding up before I had a chance to do anything. Side of my face hit the bottom of the half pipe. One of my pink bunny slippers going AWOL and my underwear exposed. My pink underwear exposed. I cringed as could hear the cameras on cell phones go off before I could pick myself up. A couple of arms were stretched to help me up for a few seconds later, but they were a few seconds too late. Eric was steadying me on my right side, and Nikki was on my left. Eric wasn't supposed to be here. We barely knew each other. It wasn't normal for me to have a supportive brother, so my voice was pretty accusatory when I turned my head to look at him. What are you doing here? Broke away from the two of them. I wasn't injured, only my pride was. I bet Tyler would have loved to see me fail just then. Ugh. Watching my little sister fall on her face, apparently. Little sister. It's all your fault, you turd. Besides, shouldn't you be somewhere doing older brother things? If I could drive, I'd be out of here, especially now since I just want to crawl inside a hole and die. My epic fail already on YouTube? Well, our dungeon master got a girlfriend, and if you can believe that, I heard that you might be embarrassing yourself somewhere in the quad, so I thought I shouldn't miss it. Jono strode up to us. Now for the terms of our arrangement. Loser has to kiss the winner. Really? Really? Obnoxious, flirty Jono finally made his appearance apparently. Stepped forward, getting in his face. Or how about you struggle to work out kissing your own butt and I go for round 2 on the pipe? Come now, baby cakes. Put an arm around me and tried to pucker up his lips at me. Whoa, we never agreed to that. That hadn't been what I'd been asking for. Eric was faster than I imagined as he could be and pulled Jono off of me. But before punching him right in the face, whack. She said no. Jono staggered back, clearly caught more off guard than me. I had just always found it amusing when morons like Jono tried anything like this. His brotherly apathy never used to bother me so much, but it really got on my nerves now. I could feel myself shaking a little. This was what a brother was supposed to be like. My expression was dazed as I glanced upward at the slightly older boy with the stringy hair. Eric, where have you been all my life? What are you on about now, idiot? Just... you want a piece of me? Jono barked. Seemed like Eric really did it. Jono always tried to act all chill and stuff, but now he was evidently pissed. I don't, and apparently my sister doesn't either, so keep your hands to yourself or you won't ever get to use them again. What'd you just say? Are you deaf? I say. Okay, folks, we'll be off. Pull yourself down. Jeez. Nikki made one last comment before we basically dragged Eric out of the scene. This could have gotten really bad, and I didn't want anything to happen to Eric. This music totally does not fit any way, shape, or form into anything we've heard so far. Eric was kind of my hero after the whole Jono confrontation. I mean, the guy was clearly Loserville, population Eric, but he also had an endearing side, surprisingly so. And you know what? It felt nice to be the younger sister for once. Maybe this is just what I need. I just thought, hey, I could definitely get used to this. I rocked out to his bad music on the way home. I even explained to him how I got into skating. Needless to say, we had quite a few different memories to mine on our whole childhood, but it didn't get into it. There was a conversation for another time, and a conversation that was going to put my reputation as a sane person on the line, so I had to tread carefully. Kind of got me wondering though, what kind of person was his real sister? And just this whole family, to be honest, how did things work around here? We got in the house and went to the living room. I followed Eric, seriously. So, what do we usually do when our parents aren't home? Uh-oh. We went over the couch, spread out, and flipped on the TV. Well, you usually leave me alone, or you could leave me alone. Whoa, okay. Like, I would gladly take him up on his offer, but I had to know what I was dealing with, or else how would I cope? Besides, Eric just seemed interesting. How could one be so chill and indifferent and then get all badass when situations call for it? Guess that's how things work for other people, but there's just something about this guy. But I thought we could get to know each other. Get to know each other? I've known you for 16 years. What more do you want? Dude, chill. I don't want anything. Just talking, I guess. You're weirding me out, always avoiding me, and now you want to talk? What are you scheming? Why did all these people keep asking me when I was scheming? Again, what kind of person was his real sister? I'm not. He gave me a pointed look and I gave him a strained laugh. Okay, you know what? Just forget about it. Leaving you alone sounds good too. I turned my heels to walk away when Eric suddenly yelled, "Hey!" Yeah? That. What? Next time, don't waste my time unless you have something to say. Okay. Good. Eric turned back to the TV and I just stood there, not understanding what the hell I was all about. I mean, I'd once been a sibling of someone I didn't want to spend free time with too. I guess I'd be annoyed too if I was pestered by my younger sibling. I would know. But Eric didn't seem like me. It almost felt like he wanted to talk and wanted me to pester him even. Later on, I figured he probably meant to say I should have just spoken my mind instead of walking away. He just sounded rather hostile. Plus his wording was so off. But he didn't seem annoyed and was responsive during conversation. Maybe he wanted to talk after all. Eric gave me a lift again the next morning and I had to say I was getting used to it. Maybe my mom would agree to buy me a car. Okay, maybe not. But at least I had my new parents, surely they would. Why are you wearing my shirt anyway? Don't even like that band. I'm all about that band. Plus, I couldn't find anything respectable to wear. You had a whole closet full of things. Girly things. Don't you always like girly things and all that jazz? Not anymore. Suddenly noticed Eric flinching a little after finishing that sentence. I turned my attention to him. Hey, something wrong? No, just I had this feeling that... Jazz. Yeah, you're into jazz now? Eric heaved a long, tired sigh. Well, I want that shirt back. I grinned. Now? I made a show of pretending to lift up the shirt, which caused him to swerve the car. I knew I had won. No shit, keep that stupid shirt. Eric's face was all flushed and I have to say, it was kinda cute. What? doing, TJ? Stop. Oh no! I wanna bang him. Let's continue, shall we? Though, I couldn't help but think about the thing he was blabbering about and then just suddenly change that topic. Jazz. Yeah, here's my shirt. I was a little bit smug after that. Up until that point where I noticed that someone put a picture of my butt on the school notice board. That brought me back down to earth, and I realized again why I hated this parallel universe so much. At least I had Nikki. Hey, how are things with your sibling? Sibling? It's, I'm gonna guess it's, the sibling you flirt with, your flirting sibling. Glad to see I was on good terms with Nikki again. It was the small bright spot. Well, there was that, and the fact that Eric wasn't a total jerk. Guess the whole experiment would have been doing me right if it wasn't just so freaky to be living someone else's life. Fake sibling. Nikki actually seemed to believe me about the whole family swap too. BFFLS for sure. I was about to tell her all about Eric when clucking sounds came over the loudspeaker. Now that wasn't the usual way the principal tried to get our attention. Calling T.J. Jameson to the skate ramp later unless she's too chicken after the display yesterday. Jono, what was he trying to pull? I encourage everyone to come in case she's going to flash her underwear again. Like everyone needed another reminder of that. We'll settle who's going to be winning extreme sports this year and who just can't match up. Mr. Thaxton. Everyone could hear the sound of Jono getting just as from a very ticked off school administrator person, Miss Bliss. Is still reeling over the announcement. How'd he do that? His AV club buddies. The principal has been trying to catch him in the act for the last month. I had to endure clucking sounds for the rest of the morning. Clearly Eric didn't do a good enough job at scaring off Jono. Have to work on that later. Don't tell anyone, but part of me was a little glad that things had returned to the status quo, at least at school. I had Jono trying to make my life miserable, and I had Nikki giving me some balance. I suppose in some ways, it got my wish. I didn't have annoying Tyler get in my face, but it was a hurdle to adjust to. I kinda missed my mom. Being away from Tyler had been refreshing. I found myself not wanting to bang my head to the wall anymore when thinking about him. I hadn't been clamoring to find the guys responsible for the sibling experiment. Not yet. I wonder if I should pay him a visit though, to check on things and all. Not that I cared. It just felt like the right thing to do. All we want to do. Nobody in chat today. Where we want to go, kids? Let's go look for Tyler. Man, look at that little kid. Where should I go? Jono? Yeah. This had gone on long enough. This was weird. It was already Tuesday and there was still no sign of Tyler. I couldn't believe how hard it was to find time to track him down. Of course, skating had come first. There's a chupacabra outside my door. That wasn't a great excuse. Where was he? It was ridiculous. Nope, not here. Decided to wait by his locker. Hey, stop! Tyler hurried off to class as if not hearing me. It was as if he didn't think I was addressing him. Did my voice not ring any bell? At all? Brat. That night I had to dream of a forgotten memory. With my 11-year-old self, teaching Tyler how to skate, and begging me the first time I took him out, I was stunned with how sucky he was with his first attempts. I'd always had the knack for the skateboarding thing, and I almost thought he was humoring me. Never the patient type, you see. 10-year-old Tyler wasn't the brightest student I'd had. In the spur of the moment, I pushed him a little bit too hard down a hill, hoping he'd learn from there. Obviously, he didn't. When I held his hand on our way to the hospital, I was on the verge of tears, not just because I was about to get my ass whooped. I was scared. I loved my brother, really. I remember myself cringing as I heard him cry out in pain. No bravado, but even so, Tyler never held it against me. I swore to be a better older sister to him at that moment, protect him from harm, and be there for him whenever. How did I forget about all that? How did it all change? Next morning came around. And I couldn't wait to get to school to have another day to work all this out. Oh, so now we have Jasmine's house, which is what we live in. We have to go to school because it's Wednesday, right? I don't know why it says I'm at the skate park. Let's go to the library. Walked around the school, how many things differ between my previous life and this life. Most people I knew still recognized me, but my reputation was totally different. In this life, people tag me with rich bitches label, just like Nikki said previously. I didn't really care though. They could call me whatever. Deep down, I still plain old TJ Ryan. I'd always been about the boarding for me. I didn't care if I got judged on anything else. All about how you perform on the ramps. Nothing else mattered. Oh. Oh. I've been living like this a while now, waking up and doing my routine in someone else's house, and you know what? It's still weird as ever. It's weird living someone else's life, unnatural. Dude, we need to fix this. Like, I don't know how, and I'm not even sure what I want at this point, but I gotta do something. I can only imagine. Why do you believe me anyway? Anyone else think I'm crazy? I can imagine us being BFFs in another life. You're just so different from what I originally thought of you. Thanks, dude. Though I don't just imagine it, I lived it. So what was your other life like? Well, my mom works at a diner in the mall, and my brother is a 15-year-old little brat. Dad's always on the road as a truckie. I guess we see him occasionally, and mom just learns to cope with it. Maybe I had been so sensitive enough to mom. I can't have been easy raising us almost all by herself. And all I did was complain about Tyler. Finally all coming together. Funny how I couldn't see it when I was me. Well, I'm gonna turn down this desktop audio. Yeah. There we go. The tab. Well, I was still me, but the me I was when was part of the Ryan family. Poor mom. But I don't know. She never listened. She always expects so much of us. It can get really infuriating sometimes. Like, she treats me like an adult, expects me to behave like an adult, but I don't want to be that just yet. Tyler can be a real brat too. Sounds like quite the dilemma. At least now they don't have to deal with you and you don't have to deal with them. Not helping, Nikki. Sorry. So isn't it better this way? Once you learn how to cope with this current life, you can live comfortably. Seems you and Eric get on well enough as well, so at least you have that going. That's true. So I don't know if I want to stay like this. I think about it some more. It's not like it's not like I have a magic switch to get back or anything. And then the day was off to a start. I told myself I'd start researching at lunch. I met Nikki in the front of the library. Nikki's mouth hung open for so long that I just had to close it for her. Put my hand on her chin and lifted her jaw, causing her to come out of her stupor. You really want to go to the library? Yes, Nikki, I want to go to the library. Was it really that hard to believe? I was an academic. I didn't just copy and paste my assignments from the internet. I rewarded them too, so the plagiarizing machines didn't catch it. Really, there was just no trust in this world anymore. This wasn't a normal assignment. This was my life here. Real work had to be put into it. Still hesitated though. Still hadn't decided whether to spend the rest of it living in oblivious bliss that I wasn't in the family that I belonged in or not. This is about a guy. Funny how that was a conclusion she jumped to. Anyone that hung out a library was in probability not my type. No, Nikki, this isn't about a guy. What is it about? Research. I need to find out who is doing this to me and who this guy is. Aha, so it is about a guy. Not about a guy. Not like that, anyway. But you just said, Nikki, just come with me. This is my attempt at seeking. I wasn't quite sure how to go about it, but I knew research was one of those things I always neglected before with assignments, so I wanted to know something I should start there. Problem was, what did I look for? I decided on doing research for the sibling experiment, which garnered no results, and then for identity swapping or life swapping. I was just about to go and find the two books I had come up in the computer search when one was already taken, when I spotted a familiar brown head at one table, and it brought a smile to my face. What a dork. Oh yeah, I could see the title of the book he had clearly. Magic and Mystery. Shh, I don't know you. Whatever, we've got stuff to do. Hi, Eric. Hey, I don't think we've met before. Oh, I'm Nikki, TJ's BFF from another life. Eric shot her a confused look, but Nikki just smiled without saying anything more. No talking to the loser, Nikki. Work to do, remember? Nice to meet you, Nikki. And you, what are you doing here, TJ? Don't you usually hang around Sandra and your lame gang? A gang, huh? Who would Sandra be? Bet you didn't know me. It was true, though, to some extent. Just having a friendly conversation between strangers. There's nothing remotely friendly about you, Eric. Now go away, since that was what you asked of me last time I wanted to talk. I was just trying to poke fun at him, you know, like trying to get back at him like I usually would with Tyler, but then Eric had this hurt look on his face that made me feel guilty as hell. Now you sound more like yourself. No. Later. Eric spoke flatly and walked off before I had the chance to redeem myself. Did that mean his real sister always used to shoo him away? Would he try to be friendlier with me because I made an attempt last time? Screwed up. Well, that was just weird. You didn't have to be so mean to him, though. I know, Nikki. Now shut up and help me. Damn. Snapped at Nikki as well because I sucked. Thankfully, she didn't seem offended. She just gave me that look that caused me to sigh. Go ahead, speak whatever's on your mind. Just thought you two Don't seem much like brother and sister, because we really aren't. We researched for the whole break and came up short. It just wasn't working. I saw Eric out with a mission after school. I had to make things right with him. Come on, we're going to teach you how to skateboard. They pulled him off the couch. What? Skateboard. You get on the board and you skate. Eric seemed rather disoriented, but he then sighed and made a shooing hand motion. Go away. Dude, no need to be so petty. I'm sorry for before, okay? I didn't mean it. You're sorry? Yeah, I am. Now I want to make it up to you by letting you inherit my skills from now on, so go get up. We're bonded. But you know Mom says that skating will give you a bad back when you're older. She doesn't want us doing that. And I chose not to listen to her because your parents are weird. He appeared to be amused at my remark. They're my parents now? Just one little slip up, and hey, I had to tell the truth. Yes, they are. Still find it weird that I never knew you skate until a few days ago. No more stalling, no more talking. We're going outside now. I hauled him up and he was heavier than expected. What do you eat, dude? Same things you eat. Touché. I loved having a house stocked. I love having such a stocked house, but it didn't mean that Eric had to eat the cupboard out all the time just because the food was there. And he did not exercise to counter it. The guy was on a one-way street to obesity if I didn't help him out now. Pushed my skateboard into his chest with force. You're going to show me what you got. I'd rather stick to my couch sports, thank you very much. Sitting on a couch is not a sport. Reaching for the remote is. Ugh, I'm trying here, Eric. Dot. Okay, fine. But I'm not cut out for this. Don't say I didn't warn you. Eric set himself up on the sidewalk and I watched as he rolled. And I should have seen that coming. A little help, please? I don't think we're going to give up that easily. We're going to make it so they can at least don't fall. You owe me. You'll thank me later. So what are you guys doing in the library today anyways? Isn't that where all the cool kids hang out? Funny. We were just hanging out, doing our thing. Dot. You never told me about this Nikki girl, and why does she talk so weird? She's not... Okay, maybe she's a little weird, but not about this. This is a little hard to explain. Yeah? Eric turned all of his attention to me, looking so attentive that it reminded me of Tyler. Just not the person you used to know anymore, in a way I never was. You've been talking weird too. And you haven't? Fair enough, but only because of you. My heart felt like skipping a beat when he said that. I was aware that it didn't mean it in that way, but it still caught me off guard. Eric cleared his throat before speaking again. Not that terrible. Us hanging out. My God, children, what are you getting into? Wait, what is it? I didn't catch that. This thing, skating, getting back to it. These kids, what are they doing? Another day. Another realization that I hadn't had so much as a traded insult with my real brother in 5 days. It felt odd. I didn't think I'd get to be away from him, not at least until I was in college or something. Kind of missed the bickering. Poking Eric was no fun at all, since, well, somehow it was just hard to be cruel to him. To tell you the truth, getting a little desperate. I had hoped that this would just some sort of a joke or just some magical spell that'll wear off in time, but things haven't fixed themselves yet. That's what this experiment was all about. Then I completed it. Lesson learned. It had been 5 days and I didn't get to do anything much at all. Everything just passed in a blur. The researching thing made me lose even more hope. I didn't know what to do to make things right or even just to feel right again. So when I saw Tyler in the halls at school, I just had this impulse to do something my past self would never even consider. I thought I had to tell that little git that I loved him. I'd tell him, hug him, and everything would go back to normal in a flash, in an instant. This, I can already tell, is an awful, awful idea. That was it. That was what all this is about, right? Treating your sibling right, showing affection. That was how things were meant to go. I approached him with even strides. With my heart pounding crazily in my chest, I drew in one breath. Tyler? He turned to me, rose. I'd never been a sappy sister. I wasn't great at the lovey stuff anyway. It weirded me out on a whole other level when my parents got all kissy and sweetie and darling on me. How to put this? Just one motion like ripping off a band-aid. She's gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up. Yes? He looked at me, expectantly waiting for me to finish. I had to do this. I put on my game face. Tyler. I don't even want to read this. I don't even want to read this, man. Tyler, I love you. I'm sorry it took me so long to realize it before. I'll do better from now on. Have my word for it. I waited for a second, and then another. Things were going to get back to normal. They just had to. Any minute now. Okay, joke's over. I did what I needed to do for the experiment then. I was in it ended now. His eyes went as wide as saucers. This is not good. The realization of what I just done suddenly hit me like a pile of bricks to my face. I just told my little brother I loved him while he actually wasn't my little brother. I had to resist turning green at the thought. This was just wrong. Hey, sorry, I must have got the wrong guy. I meant someone else. But you said Tyler. I just had to get out of there. I didn't wait for him to finish before I took off in the other direction. Apparently, I should have taken the time to straighten things out before he found me later. I was out practicing my tricks with Nikki, hanging around and shooting the breeze when Tyler walked right up to me. The nerve! Never would have let him get away with addressing me in school when we were still living under the same roof. Hey, beautiful. You fucked up. I didn't even get an option. We fucked up. My choices, man. This is what is result. If I didn't look for Tyler, I probably would have sided more with Eric, but... Oh, crap. So, you like me or something? 'Cause I think you're pretty cool. Double crap. I told you, I meant somebody else. By that, I meant somebody who was related to me and not Bizarro World Tyler. Now he's acting all cocky, and I just couldn't believe I made him like this. You and I both know that's not true. Gag. And to think I ever complained about Jono's constant advances. This had to be some bizarre nightmare or something. Listen, I have a perfect idea. Get Eric, Tyler, and Jono all into that quad area, the skate park area, and have them brawl to the death for my love and affection. Absolutely. If it was, I swear I'm never eating spicy food before bed again. Okay, right now you're being gross, so I'll give you 5 seconds to get out of here before I throw something at you. 5, 4... You can throw anything at me anytime, babe. I can handle it. Where did you learn to talk like that? Heaven knows that you didn't learn them from Dad. Skateboard was 2 brushes, so I took off my helmet and threw it. Got the side of his face. Hopefully that would keep him away. It won't. We've turned into this music change, man. We now have a stalker on our hands. Stared at the phone. Decided to try that number again, that old phone number of mine, that crappy wall phone I hated using and only use when absolutely necessary. since I had my own cell phone. Well, technically it wasn't mine, but anyways, I had become a real phone user. This was a big step from the way I used to be. I had messed things up and I really needed to get it together and reach Eric's real sister and know how to tackle this. Maybe she knows something. It rang. After some moment, a girl picked up. You know how it went. Hello? It wasn't my mom, so unless there was a number change in this universe, it could be the new me. TJ 2.0. Sibling experiment? Why? Is it time for this thing to end? I thought it was long past ending. Especially now after I tried to hit on my brother. That thought made me vomit in my mouth a little. You wouldn't happen to be the sister of Eric Jamison, would you? I am. Jasmine Jamison. He must be something, Tyler's sister. Yes. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Was she the person I had to contact to finish this thing once and for all? My chest expanded with hope. Soon it would be all over. How is that little moron? Sorry that you got stuck with him. No, he's wonderful. He's great. He had to be kidding, right? He's probably fucking dead. Your whole life's ruined. You have stalkers. Your family's dead. She schemed stuff, man. Girl on the other end had a really sweet voice, like one of those Disney princesses. She sounded like she was gushing, but then on the other hand, she sounded like the type to gush over ordinary old toothpaste. What about Eric? I know he's pretty gross. Nah, I've seen grosser, like roadkill next to my dinner gross. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I literally screamed when Tyler did that to me. Just got to play dirty and put it in his bed at night. Yeah, I'm not touching that thing. No, thank you. Anyhow, I can't tell you how good it is to speak to you. I was beginning to think I dreamed the way things used to be. I knew it was real for the moment I woke up, but I just couldn't prove it. What would proving it even do? No one could change anything. I don't think they know a thing about what's going on. I was hoping you could change things. Me? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't know much about this either. Oh, damn. There was a short pause as neither of us knew how to continue this confusing topic. We can try to arrange a swap, and it happens, everything is back to how it is. I don't know who the hell is behind this and how they pulled this off, but if we were to arrange it ourselves, I guess we could try. Do you even want Eric back? Because I frankly could live with your family instead of mine. Fancy mansion, you're doing okay, girl. It's hard to say. Well, Dad came home today, by the way. Your dad? Our dad? Then you see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry for you and Tyler, but my family isn't perfect either. They think they can overcompensate for not listening to you by buying things. And there's something wrong with that. Why? You serious? Because there's more to life than clothes and getting what you want. Most people wouldn't complain about that, but I was living her life, but I wasn't her, so I guess I couldn't exactly say. Anyway, I'm TJ. TJ, nice to meet you. I'm Jasmine. Jazz. Sounded familiar somehow. Sweet girl. Now the number of people in the universe who understood my plight equal 2. I woke up bored that day. I was tempted to take Eric's car this morning, as in really tempted. But then, there wasn't a no consequence universe, and as long as I was in it, I'd just take my chances without a learner's permit. Pity. Poked Eric a few times with his broom. That was pretty much there for decoration, as I'd learned, but he didn't stir. So I boarded down there. Took about half an hour, so it wasn't too bad, even though I was totally worn out when I got there. Sweet girl on the phone seemed just as sweet in person. Demure. Clearly the owner of all these skirts and stuff in her closet. I had remembered to bring that up while we were here. We need to do a trade as if we were indeed stuck this way. Jazz? Hi, TJ. Dude, you look just like your mom. Thanks. Your mom is beautiful, though. Plus, not everyone is like their family. Where does Eric fit in anyways? He's like some freeloader that lives on your couch. Instead of a valued member of the family or even society. Yeah, that's him. Don't get me wrong, he's a lot of fun, but he's kinda lazy. Understatement of the century. Take his laziness over Tyler's hyperactivity any day of the week though. Really? Tyler's just proactive. That's a good thing. He's so fun. Wait. And did you just call Eric fun? You've got a weird taste. So the sugary Jasmine didn't reveal an interesting tidbit. She had it bad for the Thai man. She's trying to be as supportive as possible, but it's Tyler we're talking about there. Tyler shouldn't attract girls at all, much less those as pretty as this one. Oh my gosh, you like my brother? No wait, you like your brother? The look on her face said it all. You did have the hots for my little brother. No I don't, I was saying that he's fun, that's all. Dude, it's cool. He's as irritating as anything, but as he always claims, he's adorable. If I was a couple years younger and he wasn't my brother... Wait, no, not even then. You guys would be really cute together if he didn't happen to have the idea in his head that he's your brother. Wait, how old is this girl again? I don't know. He says that there's some girls who like him at school. That's me. That's me. I'm the... No! No, you can't do the swab because it's like you moved in it. No! We can't do this. Abort. Abort the game. At this, I couldn't help but laugh. The side-poppingly hilarious thing that she had actually viewed me as a threat. Sure, she didn't know who I was then, but it's gotta be some messed up Freudian love triangle right now. Tyler's current sister having a thing for Tyler, while Tyler was having a thing for his actual sister. What else could you do but laugh? I swear, even Freud right now was laughing in his grave. What's so funny? Oh, if only you knew. That girl is me. Stupidly thought this whole experiment was to get me to admit that I really love my brother, and so I went and did the most idiotic thing a person could do. You told him? Yep, then he comes up to me and tells me that he thinks he likes me too. I'm telling you, it was the freakiest thing I'd ever heard, so I threw my helmet at him. Eric thinks I like him too. That's you? Eric, seeming to share Tyler's delusion that his sister was hot for him, made me laugh again. I hugged him. Why didn't you just tell him it was Hug a Stranger Day? Because I said his name and then I dropped one of my poems and he must have thought I'd written it about him because he found me later with a poem on his own. Eric wrote poetry? It wasn't good poetry. Still didn't think he could write things that weren't quests and character sheets. Hey, TJ. Princess hugged me. Alert, alert. She was a hugger. I have to admit that I froze. It was all awkward afterwards. You're pretty swell, too. I can imagine her using words like swell. I, by nature, was not a hugger, but I didn't want to be completely closed off. I had to say something to her. Huh? There wasn't the right thing to say. Swell, like cool. If anyone has to live my life, I'm glad it's you. Yeah, me too. I tried to call a couple times, but when my dad or mom answered, chickened out. Phone was always engaged when I tried to call. Tyler was probably catalog ordering again. Oh, so that's what he's been doing. I think he just prank orders after mom busted him for it once. Did you want to see your mom? Yeah, I guess I do. Bring you around to my place so you can see your parents too. We could do a sleepover or something in case they're working late. I'd love to, but you know, Eric, thinking he's in love with you, right? Awkward. How about I invite my friend Nikki along? That way if Eric becomes too annoying, we can put her in as buffer. Nikki's an actress, so she'll bung on any role we tell her to. Would that work? Eric's easy to distract, and if he hits on you, I'll hit on him with his broom. So tonight, don't you need to get permission first? Parents are so negligent, they're pushovers, no offense. None taken, now we just have to deal with your mom. Mom, this is gonna be no bueno. This is gonna be no bueno, kids. We went up to the escalator and walked up to the diner. I never updated my title. Great. Mom was there, her hair bundled on top of her head, clips clasping the stray bits. With a pen in her hand, she made her way to us, but I could tell she was busy. This was the weekend. On weekends, Mom was always busy. Hey, Jazzy, do you need me for something? To hear her addressing Jasmine ignore me was a bit of a blow. Just gonna ask if I could stay at my friend TJ's place tonight. Mom looked me over and I gave her a small smile. I knew that look. She gave it to each one of my friends when she met them, assessing if they'd be a bad influence on me. But she seemed to like me at first glance because her face softened. I wonder if it's the work of some sort of deity out there ensuring that my own mom liked her own daughter even without her being aware of it. This sounded like the plot of a television drama, to be honest. I'm gonna say, yes you can, as long as you bring your homework. This TJ? I am indeed Miss Ryan. That felt weird. Pleased to meet you. She raised me better than to be rude to adults. I don't know what Tyler's excuse was. Well, aren't you polite? She was clearly impressed. I reveled in her praise, secretly wanting her to say something to Jasmine about being more like me, or that she wished she had a daughter like me, but no compliments came. Just leave your contact details before you go. Here, she handed me her pen and paper. Oh well, at least she acknowledged me. That was something. Thanks, now you girls have fun. I've got customers to attend to. Bye, Mom. And she was gone. Bye, Mom. Jasmine looked at me. I could see the pity in her face. I knew we were practically in the same situation, but I couldn't help but feel even more sorry for myself right now. ... Not tearing up or anything. I just got something in my eye. Feels. We went inside the house, and of course there was Eric. Hey, Tage. Hey. I closed my eyes. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Hey, Jazz. Oh well. If she just ignored him, maybe he would go away. It was just best looking different. So, when's Nikki gonna get here? I don't know. A couple hours? Eric still wasn't going away. He was standing there, gaping at us like an idiot. What are you doing here? Looked like I have to deal with it. She's a friend of mine. Do you have a problem with that? No, it's great. I was radiating with my go-away vibes, but I guess I felt sorry for him. He just looked bored. What could it hurt if I hung around for a few minutes? So, what are you girls doing? You know, stuff. Possibly things. We'll see how we go. An assignment. We're pretty busy. Anything I can help with? Now his desperation was just getting irritating. Yay, you can help by letting us do our things. Shouldn't we get started? She should have added hint to that because it took me a second to finally get that hint. Oh yeah, let's go. I can't believe I didn't change the title in my Twitch stream. Doesn't matter, nobody's viewing it anyways. Little Miss Priss was pretty delighted when we got into her room. Well, my room for now, but I supposed I could share it. Hey, is that Eric's shirt? Oh yeah, sorry, no offense, but I like his stuff more than yours. And she stormed over the closet just to make a point. See this designer skirt? Say what now? It just looked like a regular skirt. What was the difference? But no, really, what was the difference? You must have absolutely no taste. I've been accused of worse before. Or maybe you just want to wear Eric's stuff. That's cute too. Okay, he was getting better at this. No, what are you gonna do about this wardrobe situation though? Can I take these then? And my shoes? I haven't stopped thinking about them. All this chaos and all she can think about was shoes? Not even useful, comfortable shoes? This was what you wanted to get back? And keep disbelief out of my voice. Well, my parents and Eric as well, naturally. But we're working on that. Yeah, we were. It kind of bothered me that things hadn't changed yet. But as soon as I made contact with you, it was going to get back to normal again. I have to admit, I'm kind of stumped with how to make it happen. We're supposed to find the one who was responsible for this thing. God knows who that is. It was an ad, right? Kinda like she didn't really have any leads that I didn't have. Yeah, except I can't find the ad anymore, and besides, it's not like they ever email. They're smarter than that. Oh my god. Huh? That's right, we don't have to find them, because they're here. Is this going to be a horror game from now on? Hell yeah, boys, let's plug in. Get your seatbelt ons, we're playing. Jazz looked around for a moment, not looking amused. She went to the door and closed it, along with the curtains as if trying to make sure no one was around but us, and then spoke in a quieter voice. No, listen, they're everywhere. And we're being watched, right? We're what? I did not know that. Well, we are. I don't know to what extent, but I've had this feeling. Feeling? Dude, you need to chill. I know we're in a pretty bizarre situation, but let's not blow things out of proportion, okay? You don't get it. I've met him. Him? Some dude came up to me when I first tried to approach Eric. He made a vague threat, but the implications were clear. They know what we're up to at all times. Come to think of it, the shady guy didn't seem too happy about me meeting Eric, so I wonder why we can't even meet up like this. Jazz backed away from me all of a sudden. Are you really not working with them? How can I trust you? Okay, let's just calm down for a moment. I'm still trying to process this. I mean, it all makes a certain sense, but dude, what is this? An awkward silence followed, and I could tell Jazz was really studying me to see if I was being genuine or not. I had to say, the girl was so sharp that she kind of scared me. All that princess exterior was just misleading, as she seemed to have a pretty good head on her shoulders and knew more about the situation than I did. Tell me more about this dude you met. What's he like? I can't recall his face for some reason, but I think I'd met him before. He seemed the one who came to verify the form I submitted. He was really fast, though. I looked away for a second, and it was like he disappeared on the spot. That's freaky. There's nothing that isn't freaky about all of this. Okay, just so you make this clear, I have no idea what the heck is going on at all. I'm probably even more confused than you are right now, because I hadn't even thought that I'd get stalked. I thought this is how it's supposed to be. Maybe we have to work together to solve this. I mean, that's reasonable enough. If they let us meet up like this, surely they'll have to have a motive behind it. Why didn't they make their presences known to you like they did to me? It's odd that they didn't stop you for coming into contact with your real family while they did it with mine. Jess sure was a skeptical girl. Probably because I always chickened out in the end. Anyway, back to where we were before this escalated. What did you mean we didn't have to find them? You think they'll come to us if we make a ruckus? That might work, but now since we've all met and reunited, there's no telling what we can do to provoke them at this point. I just thought there's something to keep in mind for us coming up with the most effective plan. At least we have a better direction now. I've given up on researching with books or even through the internet. Me too, my dude. Me too. So we're getting nowhere and figuring out what we could do next, but I suppose we had a better grasp on the situation at hand. I've never thought or even felt like I was being watched, so I was still baffled about this new information. We're two girls who happen to go to the same school and happen to have an ongoing strained relationship with our siblings, and we both just want to bang our other siblings, and then we might have actually been the two to click on that dang ad when it came up. We didn't really know what it was or was asking for it when we asked for it. Shouldn't that count for anything? Or is it how Tyler puts it, under the rule of no takebacks? ... I had to deal with Jasmine squealing over a different pair of shoes for about an hour before Nikki showed up. Oh, how different she was than when we were discussing earlier. She had a clothing change too. I was glad Nikki arrived. Finally I could show her that I wasn't just delusional. All true. I mean, I know she believed me when from the get-go, but it was just so much better to have someone else backing up my story. Jazz, this is Nikki, my closest friend. Nikki, this is Jasmine. Jazz for short. This is the girl who has it bad for my brother. Of course I started with important stuff. Eric? You, no. Tyler, that blonde kid who's hanging around on Friday, aka my real brother. Oh yeah, good choice, Jasmine. He's a pretty cute kid. Say what? My friends don't say that about Tyler? Well, not my friends, that should know better. Get out of my house. This is my house, and I say she stays. Semantics. There it is again. She had me there. I suppose I'd let it slide and let Nikki stay. And forget forever that she had the audacity to call my brother cute. So, anyway, Nikki, nice to meet you. You too. So I guess TJ has briefed you on the situation now, huh? You guys both think you're living each other's life, right? Sorta. I left them talking a fit to go check outside. When I came back, Nikki was already gone. Oh well, I guess she had something else to do. Your parents are home. Oh, this is gonna be weird. No more weirder than it was for me this afternoon. My mom treated me like a stranger. Now that was something I didn't want to have to get used to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we will end off today there. Oh, I really gotta get used to sitting in a chair for more than an hour. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Oh, Boyo's watching. Boyo, you just get into this. I'll go one more day. I'll go through Sunday then. Unfortunately, Boyo, I forgot to change my title, so it still says offline. But we'll go ahead and finish Sunday up. But I'm expecting a real big curveball because apparently my brother that I have, Eric, wants to bang me, and the person I swapped with wants to bang my brother, but I told my brother, my real brother, but who doesn't actually know me in this alternate universe, that I loved him because I wanted the simulation to be over, but he thinks that I love him in that way, and that like I want to bang him. Yeah, we'll just keep going. It was just that most of them were completely impractical. I couldn't do anything with them. I couldn't do anything in them. And there were hers, so I couldn't object to her taking them back. I have to come around to my place today and pick up some of my way stuff, as long as the little jerk was going to be out of the way. I gotta admit, I did miss that brat, but I just didn't need the complications to deal with. Now, can I? Dude, they're yours. I'll just pick a few. Suit yourself. What was that animation? What the fuck? Now that Jasmine had to go home, I had my choice of what to do for the rest of the day. Where to go. Alright. You can pick once again what we want to do on a Sunday. Let's see. We went to the library earlier. We went to the mall earlier. We're in Jasmine's house because we are Jasmine. So we can go back to our house. I don't think we've been to the skate park at all. Or, yeah, whatever you're feeling. That delay is, way by, so I'll, why am I getting phone calls from you, sir? How do I answer this? Boyo, please. As everybody just sees this on, just remove you as a friend. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know how to answer anything. How does any of this work? We have somebody that wants to call into the stream, but I'm an idiot. No, I don't want to invite to watch. He's already fucking watching. No, I just want to voice chat with the kid. I don't know, boyo. I don't know. We're just gonna keep on moving. We're gonna go back to my house. Found myself wandering towards home. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Hold on, let me turn off this fucking desktop audio stuff. You, have a nice, good sleep there, buddy? Oh, it was... No, I didn't. God, no. Let me turn off this desktop on. Get out of here. I'm gonna get copyright struck, man. Alrighty, so what's going on? Yeah, same nonsense as last time. How do I... very interesting. You know, I really gotta boost this. Oh? Nope. Didn't need that. Because you're just so... Hold on, let me just turn up my headset. Okay, that might be better. Okay, now say something. Oh. Oh. There we go. Alright. Well, did you get any good loot last night? I can't hear them anymore. Well, this is a problem. Well, buddy, good not chatting to you. Yeah, boy, I don't know, boy. I can't tell you. Hey, this is my Twitter. Everybody follow on Twitter. Got a nice emblem here. Got the nice Olmec in the back. Yeah. Sure, we'll I guess we'll just go back in this game. What am I doing? I'm all out of sorts. People bothering me. Okay. Well, buddy boy, I don't know what happened if the call just dropped. I guess I should turn this back on too. There's so much shit I gotta do all the time. What the fuck? Hopefully enjoy your raids, whatever the fuck you do. I'll just be playing here. Alright kids, let's get back into this. Today was turning out to be such a fortunate day, huh? Hey, is Jazz around? Oh, see, this is a problem because I just came back to my house, but he's like, you come over to bang on Sunday? He was busy gathering some rocks from right outside the doorway, much to my irritation. I wonder what this kid was up to again. Speaking to him as a stranger felt weird. Hey, Tyler? Jazz around? Oh, hey, TJ. Nope. But I'm here. He flashed me a seductive wink, almost making me choke on my own spit. And I'm out. Tried to shove him out of the doorway, but before I could do so, I caught sight of my old skateboard near the bottom of the stairs. Without thinking, I hurriedly ran towards it. Oh, this is an awful idea. ... Caressing it softly, I felt I'ma get molested in here. Felt my heart skip a beat. Hadn't seen it since forever. To my surprise, Tyler suddenly poked his head beside me. Sorry, TJ, but can you put that down, please? Huh? That board. Dot, dot, dot. Gently, he took it away from my hand and placed it back in his old position. It's my sister's. I don't know why she doesn't use it anymore, but it still isn't right to touch what's not ours. I scoffed and crossed my arms to my chest. Are you seriously telling me? Don't you always run your grubby little stuff on your sister's stuff? You rub your grubby little stuff on your sister's stuff. He blinked, looking surprised. Ah, I ran my mouth there, didn't I? How did you know? But the sketchbook is... The sketchboard. Just special. I don't know, I just feel it. So if it's okay with you, please don't touch it. He gave me a small smile before crouching down on the doorway again. I just left silently. Ugh, why did it have to get so dusty back in there? Even got a speck in my eye. Stupid dust making me tear up. I woke up that... Okay, well it's Monday. We will officially end it there, everybody. Hope you all enjoy this fantastic Thursday, or whatever day it is for you. Again, not what I wanted. We'll turn off that music and the sound. We will save. I feel we are approaching rapidly towards the end of this game. I think someone's gonna die or get raped. Who knows? But okay. Well these are the endings I can get apparently. I accidentally just clicked on it. Brotherly love. Something more. Tyler Super. I was sent a gift by an anonymous donor. I'll just throw that over there. He wants me to... I'll probably play Binding of Isaac. Hell yeah, man. I think I wanted to do that at one point, but I think at the time, like, my computer was absolute garbage. But yeah, dude, I could definitely play some Binding of Isaac. It's got a lot of good replayability. Anyways, check out my Twitter, kids. Check out my YouTubes. I'm just shelling out everything here. I don't have the Instagram set up yet because I have nothing to post, and apparently this won't do anything. Got my YouTube's kitties. Got my Jags here, and we'll just throw this back onto here. We'll do some stream breaking of myself. So hopefully y'all enjoy. Have a good day.